All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Mahomes now on first down. That's caught by Ware. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And now he spins free. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Black 58, Rail.
Mahomes now on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Black 58, Rail. Black 58, Rail. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Carr to throw on second down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
Get set. Wide any.
Carr now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Carr going to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. And out come the Chiefs now. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up. Because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And going deep for him. He's got him in. Complete. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 85 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Raiders. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Monday down. Hey, 7:34.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Now Carr throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Down. You're wide, 8-8. Mike's both. Come here. Listen up. Hey, here we go.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And this is Carr. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
44, Mike, 44. Have me. Watch the run.
shotgun now for Carr. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
6-18. Down. 280.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Down. 180. Listen, hot. 808.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch that end. Tight end's right.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
This will be fielded at the 17. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. What? Here we go. Let's get it. $7:34.
To throw on second down. Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Monday, down. 280. Hey, Raider 2. What's your hot?
On play action, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Malone. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Carr now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Get set. 280. He's checking. Crash.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Carr to throw. Open man is Switzer, complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Get set. 280.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. after the INT. It's Carr. Going for the deep ball. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Watch 88.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So we've come upon halftime here in, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is a real,
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Here we go. Hey, 734.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
180.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Down. Blue 80.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Down.
On 1st down, Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Down! We're waiting! That's it!
Now Carr on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here we go! Blue 45! Blue 45! 87's mine. I got 87.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and that'll bring up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, boys, we got four down. Here we go! Green!
A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
This is taken at the 18. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, watch number 33.
Carr to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Tate. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Avoids him at the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down. We're back now in KC. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Carr now to throw. Caught right side, Tate. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's got his man. This is Tate. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Justin Houston in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's Muhammad, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Muhammad, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They go again with Muhammad, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
You got 56 there. Down, 180, 734. What's up?
Carr now on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Down, Blue 93.
Carl try it again on second down. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Express.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
93.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down. Check. Huck.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Chiefs, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
You